Hi, good morning. Today is 8th August and today is my third day of Ladakh ride. I'm starting from Jispa at 7 a.m. and I expect it to be a long day. After starting the ride, I could soon find a place that was open early for a tea and I also had few biscuits. From Jispa to Darcha, it's hardly 8 kilometers and the road is also good. From Darcha, the road divides to Zanskar Valley and Leh. But since I have already done Leh in 2004 in the regular route and a cycle trip in 2014, this time I am doing this Zanskar route and that is going to be the long way to Leh. At Darcha, there is a police checkpost. I have given my vehicle details and I also had a tea from a small shop there. So after the formalities, we are now entering into the beautiful Zanskar Valley. This is my first time in this route. The Shingula Pass opened around 3 years back and construction is only completed from Darcha till Shingula Top. Beyond that, it is completely off-road on almost all stretches till at least Purne village. That's what I was told. As you can see, there is good paved road all the way. The distance from the Darcha deviation to Shingula Top is almost 37 kilometers. But this is going to be a climb from an altitude of 3,250 meters at Jispa to almost 5,100 at Shingula Top. So this is about 2 kilometers of elevation gain up to Shingula. The weather is good, it's sunny and not feeling any cold. The bike and body is feeling perfectly alright. I have started to drink more water to avoid any headaches. Hydrate more and urinate frequently is the best precaution that we can take to avoid altitude sickness. Except for a few patches in between, it was a paved road and so I did not take much time. I took around 1.5 hours to reach Shingula Top without any problem. The traffic is also very low in this route and most of the times I am a loner on the road. I can see only a few road construction people getting ready early in the morning. No one else is there. As I am reaching the Shingula top, we can see the effect of altitude gain. We can see snow walls on the side, even though it is summer time now. In winter, there will be 10 to 15 feet tall snow wall all along the way. But now being summer, there are only a few patches and hence not very difficult to manage. As I am getting closer to Shingula, I am starting to get a mild headache. This is the first sign of altitude sickness. There is a signboard of a dhaba here, but there seems to be late to open. So I thought it was not necessary to wait there for him to open. Rather get down to the other side and find a place to have some refreshment later. But on the other side, after crossing Shingula, it's a different scene altogether. There is no proper road, and the road laying work is in full swing. This, along with the rain and snow melting, the road is very slushy, and the entire stretch is very difficult to navigate through. Me, being on a solo ride, couldn't take any chances and was riding very slow. Advantage of riding a lighter bike is that it's easier to ride on bad roads. That way, my Hero Express is very useful. It's lightweight and easy to navigate, and also easy to lift in case of a fall. Luckily, no slipping and fall so far. It took almost an hour to reach a dhaba, which is 15 kilometers from Shingula top. This is before Gombo Ranchen, which is almost 5 kilometers more. I had some Maggie and another round of tea from here. I can see some workers' accommodation, tented accommodation, as there are many workers on road works here. I spent around 15 minutes there and then proceeded with my ride. And towards Gombo Ranchen also the roads are under construction and there are off-road type conditions everywhere. From the dhaba, it was hardly around 5 or 6 kilometers, but I had to cross a few water crossings. Being midway with hot sun, there are many patches with melting of snow and water flowing in every direction in between. It's difficult to understand whether this is a river or just a melted snow. At some stretches, water current is very strong, and it was very difficult to ride through these crossings. ये पूरा नदी है। So with the great difficulty and the struggle of 15 minutes, I crossed that 5 kilometer stretch and reached Gomboranchan. It's a nice location for camping. There are tented accommodation and dabas. I stopped there for a tea and had a chat with some local guys traveling in a car. It's a very scenic location and it is good to stay here for a day. Now it is almost noon and you can see how beautiful it is. So imagine how beautiful it would be in the mornings and evenings. But I am not planning to stay here as it will slow down my overall trip. Gombo Ranjan is a standalone lofty and rocky peak in this part of Zanskar Valley. It is considered to be holy and referred to as God's Mountain by the local people who mostly practice Tibetan Buddhism. I am planning to ride up to Purni today and maybe tomorrow I can visit the Futkal monastery if time permits. I took a small break here. It's hot. I'm not feeling any cold actually. In fact, start sweating, even at this altitude. And the elevation here is almost 4,300 meters and above all along this route. So I'm getting slight headache in between, which is a sign of altitude sickness. But it is not too major and I think I can manage by drinking more water. Already I have some 3 liters of water today so far and I would need to hydrate myself more today to manage this altitude. Else I will have to take Diamox tablets, but I have not taken it in any of my previous high altitude travels. Normally I allow my body to get adjusted naturally. Here there are a few water crossings and I have reached another village called Kurgaik. It's a small village en route Purni and Padum road. I proceeded without getting inside the village as there was no point stopping there. Here also you can see a lot of construction work happening. Most of these workers are from Jharkhand or Bihar. Here they will have about 5 to 6 months window to construct the road. So they work here during that time, and winter time they go back. After this, there is a small check post for Zanskar Valley, and I had to make an entry with vehicle details.
चाय कुछ मिलेगा इधर? अच्छा अच्छा, इधर आगे ढाबा है? ठीक. हाँ नहीं अकेला होता है. हाँ TN14 साइमन SIMON MON TN14 W6916.
Here I asked the police guy if there were any tea stalls nearby. The policeman suggested there is one after around 1 kilometer. So I went there, and there is one bed and breakfast kind of a place, but maybe due to lack of tourists, that was closed. Luckily they had a decent washroom, so I could use it. I then proceeded from there, and the landscape is very beautiful. Kind of a moonland. The terrain of Zanskar Valley is so pretty, with the river flowing parallel to the road. After some time, I spotted another eatery from where I had a tea, and then continued with my ride.
पूर्णी के लिए अच्छा आपको अब लोकल नहीं ना पदम. हाँ पदम पूर्णी के आगे आ गया. मैं आगे पूर्णी तक जा रहा. ठीक है, लगता है यही रास्ता है.
Now I am on the final push towards Purni. This is the first stretch of paved road today, almost for about 3 to 4 kilometers. And there was no signboard, and I had a chat with truck drivers on the way.
नमस्कार जी, ये पूर्णी कितना आगे? पूर्णी का
The good stretch did not last long. There were bad roads in between. Now I am at Marling village, and I have taken a small bio break. From here, Purni is only about 4 or 5 kilometers. but suddenly now I realized that the road is blocked due to some landslide. A cop is standing there to alert the travelers. One section of the entire road has been collapsed, and they are cutting the mountain using a JCB to connect the road. And it looks like they will take some time, and I have to take a quick call on my action plan. So logically, I thought it's good to turn back and rode the 3 kilometers to reach the Marling village and stay there tonight. I managed to find a small homestay there. I mean, 1200 including dinner and morning tea. Some people said that the road will be ready in a day, and some others said it can take 2 days also. So it was a good decision to stay back and relax at Marling village. By night, the headache became more severe in spite of all the water that I drank and the nice black tea that the host gave. It was because this was my first night at above 4000 meters altitude, and so as anticipated, I had some discomfort. My appetite was poor and I skipped dinner and instead drank more tea and some biscuits. Hoping that tomorrow would be better, I retired early for the day. Let's see how tomorrow is going to treat me. Good night.